In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your full potential, all of your brain, to achieve your goals, increase your income, or get the life you've always dreamed of. So watch this entire video to learn how to use all of your brain. So most people don't know this, or maybe they do, but they don't really understand that we have two minds. We have the left brain, which is the logical. It's the logical part of the brain. Then we have the right brain, which is the emotional part of the brain. So when you want to, let's say, make $1 million per month or whatever financial goal you want to achieve in your business, or you want to achieve a goal in your life, hey, which brain is most powerful? You know, a lot of people would say, well, the emotional brain is more powerful. That's true, and that's not true. After coaching 2,400 people, I'm going to tell you this. When I coach people, I'm going to look at their emotion, yes, for sure. What state are they living in? Are they living in a beautiful state, or are they living in a suffering state? If they're living in a suffering state, we want to start coaching them on their emotion. I agree with that. However, if they're in a beautiful state, I would say this: 80% of success is logical, which means we use the left brain. The left brain is all about logic, the maths, right? It's all about making sense of things, right? And calculating and having that plan. So when I coach people to increase their income, I want to look at the logical part of how to set and achieve their goals. So I'm going to show you 6 secrets to using the logical side of the brain today to achieve your dreams. Okay, so these are the 6 part. 80%, if you're already in a beautiful state, is logic. 80% of success, 80% of making more money will come down to the logical part for a lot of people. Others, maybe not so. Maybe we need to change their suffering state and put them in a beautiful state. The first part about being logical is to just ask better questions. So the quality of your life comes down to the questions you ask. You know, successful people are very logical. They ask great questions, therefore they get better answers. Where people are too emotional, they tend not to ask enough questions, or they don't ask great questions. So questions come first, answers come second. Secondly, you want to identify the steps that you need to take. You know, people often say, oh, I'm not confident. Well, that's an emotion. Logically, what do you need to do? And if you don't know how, then don't ask how, ask who's already done it and how can I model them? Because a lot of times we don't know what the steps are. So we got to ask who has already done it and how did he do it? We have to model successful people. The fastest way to achieve any goal is to model successful people. The third thing is what is next? Always from a logical point, you gotta know what I need to do next to achieve my goal. And that's what successful people do. They're always thinking, what is the next step? Because they know the steps, so they always think, what's the next step, right? Does that make sense? Okay, number 4, we gotta do the maths. I have never met a person making more than $1 million baht per month, or 10 million baht a month, or 100 million baht per month, which I've coached people doing that. If they don't know the maths, you know, behind every successful income, like a high income, you gotta have a plan for how am I gonna get that? What is the formula? How many calls I need to make? How many lives I need to do? How many videos I need to do? You know, there's a math behind a business, okay? Make an effective plan. On the math is what's gonna drive the plan, okay? You gotta know the maths first, the plan comes second. A lot of people try to figure out the plan, they don't know the maths, that's why they can't do it, right? You gotta know your math. You gotta know, here's how much I wanna earn, here's how I'm gonna get there, right? By knowing your numbers. And number 6, focus on the solution, okay? A lot of times we get stuck between our plan. We get stuck. Why are we getting stuck? We get stuck a lot of times because it's an emotional stuck. It's fear, it's frustration, it's stress, right? We're not living in a beautiful state, so we get stuck there. But a lot of times we do have a real business problem. The math just doesn't work out, or things didn't pan out as we thought. So we gotta come up with a solution. We get stuck. We gotta break through this stuff and come up with a solution. And the way that you come up with a solution, you take your problem and you turn it into a question, because that's all a problem is. It's just a question that you've not answered yet. So every time I have a problem, I want to make sure I'm logical about it, and then I want to come up and focus on the solution. Focus 95% of your time on the solution and only 5% on the problem. Does that make sense? I want you to think about this. 80% of success is logic, right? You got to follow these 6 keys. I want to make another video in the future and talk about the emotional part, because success is 2-part. You got 2 brain, right? Logic and emotion. Does that make sense? If this makes sense, then go ahead and share this video, because when you're sharing this video, you're really helping somebody else use their full potential. So share this video now.